Welcome on in, beautiful public. It is Trainwreck Today. It is Wednesday, and we are on to the second half of the week. So let's exhale and strap the hell in. I'm Maniac. We got Slick L in the saddle to my left, and we got Dreamboat, as always, on the ones and twos. Thank you for following along on Trainwreck Sports. Thank you for following along on Herd of Buffalo. Boys, we had a little bit of a rough road getting back. Not as rough as our Carolina trip, but we are back. We are settled in Western New York. We are 50 shades of gray in the sky, if you look it up. But the real gray is Bills Mafia. This has been a tough hangover from this loss, Slick.
It's been really tough, especially when the vibes were so high down south. The weather was nice. I decided to bring a palm tree back in the form of my own here to Buffalo. But, yeah, great weekend led to a very disappointing and abysmal end, to say the least. And then after that, kind of just trying to regroup ourselves and process everything that has happened. No one lived up to their usual play. And then the Dable news after on Monday kind of shattering Bills Mafia into a little frenzy. And everyone's hitting the panic button right now, it seems, Don.
Yeah. And to make it even sweeter, Sabres are starting a nice little road trip against some of the best teams in the NHL. So that should be fun. Trying to remain optimistic about that. Yeah.
It sucks. I'm not even worried about the Sabres as a team. I'm worried about the Sabres as people. I mean, you got Kulik.
Yeah.
We got a blood clot.
We
got Zucker has lost 20 to 30 pounds, people are saying, with some kind of illness he's been dealing with.
Benson's out.
Dahlin back in Sweden, obviously with his fiance, wife. I mean, this is crazy. I've never seen a situation there's no team could survive this.
It's not even just that the team's banged up. These are all very serious conditions, injuries, personal matters. So yeah, you feel for the guys as people. Obviously, hockey comes second in opposed to your health and family's health as well. But just hate to see the guys that it is. You hate to see anyone go down, but these are key guys that we were hoping would play an impact down the season, down this stretch of the season, particularly, especially.
Well, have no fear. If you're looking for a guy to be a reinforcement, the Bills go out and sign Cole Hardman. There we go. There's the reinforcement we were looking for.
You want speed? You got it.
You want speed? You got it. Show speed. Looking at the spreads this weekend, Bills 5.5 point favorite over the Bucks. Yeah. Are you surprised by that?
A little bit. It does seem a little bit high, especially given they kept it close with the Patriots towards the end there. But I think this is a big bounce back spot at home for the Bills. Although I could totally see this being a field goal game, but I think the 5.5. It's probably a lot of people betting the Bills. I don't know how Vegas feels. Maybe it was around the 3.5, 4.5, and some public money got in early on the Bills thinking this is a bounce back spot. Really not sure. It does feel a bit large, though, especially considering the conditions that we're going to be facing in Orchard Park on Sunday, Don.
Yeah, I'm definitely kind of surprised by this spread. I'm thinking the Bucks have some injuries. I haven't really been tuned into them for a minute, so I want to see what their injury report is looking at like. Now I know they got blown out by the Patriots, but some of that, you had a kick return. I think you had 2 kick returns in that game, unless I'm wrong. So
Patriots are playing more now. The Patriots are doing the exact opposite of the Bills. The Bills are finding ways to stymie themselves and look pathetic. Patriots are finding ways to get it done and make it happen, whether you're all the way in on Drake May or not. But let's just wrap up this weekend from that was the thing. There was so much memorable stuff from this weekend. We had a great time at the game day tailgate with Andre Reed. We had the rumor mill was in full force on Saturday night. I'm thinking I'm getting some hodgepodge from my TSA agent. He goes, first he sees me. He sees me walking in, and you know that I do not deal well when people are recognize me or whatever.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
He goes where's the suit? And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
this
what?
is really weird.
I never wear a suit, dude.
I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, I just noticed from the page, man. Sorry, hope all is well. I was like, oh no, good. This is why I was 2 people back, from boarding the plane.
Yeah.
So he starts talking to the plane. He's like, yeah, everyone's all pissed. We'll go get a win this weekend. Could have got a win this weekend. Bean was trying to get Waddle. I'm like, what?
So casually, just said it like that.
Literally said it like that. He goes, yeah, they said they wanted to get Waddle. Miami told him to fuck off. And then it goes, the train never stops. All in literally 10 seconds. You can ask my girlfriend. I messaged this in the chat right away. I said, hand on the.
Yeah, no, I remember this. So wait, then he says all that in a 10-second span. And do you go like, how do you know this information? Like,
I was about to, and he mentioned he books their travel. I put this in the chat too, that he's like the administrative, like,
I'm
remember that.
outing him right now. That just wasn't part of the 10-second spiel. So I was like, where did that come out?
I don't know how hard I'm outing him by saying that, because like they probably have like,
there's like a million TSA agents.
8 to 12 people at least, I would say.
But like the public couldn't just go to the airport and be like, there he is.
But anyways, I'm like, okay, that sounds like bullshit. I wake up the next morning, Sleepers got the story like with a million pops.
By the way, crazy that timing of that coming out, like a couple hours before the game.
Bean wanted to get that out.
Yeah, yes and no.
A PR move, because everyone was mad that they didn't try and do something.
Well, I mean, Bean for sure was not like unhappy it came out, but I don't know. For me, it was like maybe like Waddle's agent. Does he expect to go in today expecting to get crushed?
Yeah.
And then things just went differently. That's why he wanted the news out, to make everyone well aware that Jalen Waddle really was trying to make his way out and the team's holding him hostage. Or was it just Bean getting it out there that he was trying to make a move and didn't want to give up a pick? So trying to make everyone happy with that. Bottom line, that TSA agent checked out.
Absolutely. So that checked out. More ridiculous video to come out of the weekend. Fight in the stands, post-game celebration for Miami in their locker room, or Mike McDaniel at elbow room skirting by after being 3-14 against the Bills.
For me, it's a very tight race between the 2 and the 3, especially after that angle where we actually have video of McDaniel pulling around that said corner now. It's not even a question anymore, but it's got to be the locker room celebration. I mean, you're hitting the train with the laundry cart. You guys just went, you're 3-7. Oh, what are you taking the train to Cabo? Like, you can only fly there, buddy. I don't know what you're celebrating for.
Yeah, that was wild. Also, I'll say, I don't know, McDaniel driving
real quick, every one of those videos we listed had a wild card involved in it that could have won the competition for them.
What do you think the wild card was in the fight video?
That's not even a question. What the wild card, Kane.
Yeah, okay.
By
just
God,
making sure.
Kane.
Just making
when
sure.
He went full overhead.
That's the one time in that video where the guy, like the aggressor,
was actually like, no, stop. It's like, I'm just trying. No.
Hit me with the cane.
Yeah, oh my God. The guy, the cane got people popping for sure.
The cane was nuts. The McDaniel video, I think the craziest part is he didn't, like, you're flexing on Bills fans, but you don't want to admit it the next day. You dodge it.
And he was even sheepish when he was doing it.
He didn't even chirp.
That, and then you're forgetting the celebration video. Like, the laundry bins was wild. But the breakdancing, the coach spinning on his head.
Bro, if I was McDaniel.
That was crazy.
And
you know who we gotta
know
who we gotta hear what they think about this one though is I think it's time we bring in our guy, right?
Bring him in.
Everybody, welcome to the show.
We've given
here
him some
he
time
is.
To break down the
here
Bills.
He is.
He's paid the Bills, Mr. Jake Majka. Welcome in here on Trainwreck Today.
What an honor. What an honor. Happy to be here.
So you've seen the footage, all 3 videos. Which of those 3 clips from the weekend is most ridiculous to you?
Mike McDaniel riding by elbow room is one of, I've never seen a head coach so brazen in my life, let alone a head coach who's currently 3-7 on the year and his job is on the chopping. Like, that's what he has to do it for, right? He's like, you know what? I'm getting fired at the end of the year. Let me go have some fun. Like, let me do this one for me. I've been doing it. I've been working for everybody else. I've been working for the Miami Dolphins, for these players, eating shit. I'm gonna get one for me over on these Bills fans.
And that's why it surprises me so much, because clearly he did want the one for him. He went all the way to elbow room, but then he kind of just like slowly goes by. Like, I would have double parked, thrown the blinker on, and like pumped up some like music and just been like, walking around. I mean, like, why not?
Go buy him some shots. Do
that's
something.
That's what I'm saying. That would have been a power move. He should have gone into the bar and been like, shots for all my Bills fans. They need some cheering up. Like, that would have been like hilarious.
And then left. Yeah. And that would have been really funny. But at least, like, so, and you see the video when he's at the light, he's feeling good, because you're not fully at the elbow room at the light. You're a little behind the line. He's got his arm out the window on the side of the car looking all cocky. And then when the light goes green, he's pulling around. Arm gets tucked inside.
Yeah, he got a little nervous.
Eyes back on the road. Buddy, if you're doing a drive-by, you at least got to let some words fly. You just went and slayed the smackdown on the Bills. They're all right there. This is your opportunity. Take it. You just put your eyes back on the road like the little dork you are and kept driving without firing a single word. Shameful.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I know you did a show last night. I'm getting nervous a little nervous about Bunty. The last couple shows, he's gotten to a little bit of a seismic. The viewers love it though. The viewers are loving the seismic activity from Bunty.
You just have to watch the brightness of his face turn up as the takes start coming out, and that's how you know the level of seismic activity from Bunt. I think he's okay though. I think he's okay. I think he took a nice walk after last night. You know, he calmed down his nerves a little bit. He's doing okay. But honestly, 58% of my responsibility on that show is to just monitor Mike Bunt's heart rate and make sure that we're on track. And that he's gonna. I don't know
if Bunty would admit it, but I think the last 2 weeks from the Sabres is actually to blame for where he's ended up on the Bills. I think if the Sabres had been holding serve, which he was back on the Sabres. The second he got right back on the Sabres bandwagon, they're back to shit.
Yeah.
But like the second you jump back on, they're back to shit. So I get it. And again, I don't blame him. Speaking of blame, Dable done in New York. I know you guys got into it yesterday. I talked about this on Monday. What would you do if you were Pagula, if you were, in the Bills ownership? Would you be making a move to get Dable?
He would have been in the introductory press conference at 10 a.m. this morning if it was up to me, honestly. I feel like it's not as much. I saw, and I put that out like should the Bills go and get Brian Dable? And it wasn't as a thought of a Joe Brady replacement. That's not the thought at all. It was because they're not going to do that midseason. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's a Josh Allen whisperer is what we need right now. Like the thing with Josh, I'm not a 10 alarm fire about Josh Allen's play right now, but his grandma telling him to smile more. Like a lot of people are talking about him looking despondent on the bench again this week in these losses and everything else. We know that Brian Dable and him have a special relationship, or at least had one. And if there's something that could get his confidence back to sky high, to him believing that he is the best player in the world and the best football player on this planet, then I think you have to turn over every stone to do that. And we know that Brian Dable can do that for him. So that it's as much of anything as for a Josh Allen confidence boost to bring Brian Dable in, I think makes all the sense in the world.
Brian Dable is Josh Allen's mojo. This is the spy who shagged me situation. We got to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and I put in the notes, I don't know if I've ever seen fans and media people so much on the same page about this, because we saw, like you said, right after it happened, so many guys, and not just from the podcast world, but from news organizations, say bring them in. Fans are all about it. I don't know if it's going to happen though. I just feel like this front office is they've been, I gave them a long leash, but I think they're just digging in their heels a lot right now. So.
When The Rock has a couple of bad movies and he goes back to WWE so he can get his pop? This is exactly the same thing for Dable. He blew it with the Giants. He got rid of Daniel Jones. Now Daniel Jones is the talk of the town in the AFC. This is a perfect way to come back to a monster pop. Josh Allen unleashing 350-yard games with 3 TDs.
It kind of reminds me exactly of the Robert Saleh situation. You go shit the bed with the Jets, and then the Niners are opening their arms, welcome to have you back. Now the Niners might not be getting the same results.
Might not be anything to brag about there.
Might not have the same results you get when you put Dable with Allen again. But still, reminds me a lot of that. I would like to see it. Don't know what it takes. Don't know if it'll be by the end of the season. I do think if he's around in the offseason, for sure, the whirlwind will swirl more. But I think if you want the run now and make these fans happy and not act like you're digging your heels all the way in, this is how you turn some fans on your side again.
I think Josh gave him a call.
I was just going to say, at the very least, Josh better give him a call.
Josh better.
What are the live odds, honestly, live odds on reality, that Josh Allen has in some way communicated with Brian Dable since Monday morning?
I'd say like minus 500.
Minus 500?
Yeah.
Like what? With like, hope you're okay hanging in there, bud?
Yeah, like hope all is well. If it ends up working out, would love to see you again down the line.
Yeah.
And then maybe he's in Bean's office the next morning. I need you to make that call.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, people have been saying Josh has a lot of pull with this roster and picks and everything. So does he have that pull with coaches?
I mean, I don't blame him, but Josh has put this roster together in one way or another.
Yes and no.
Brandon Beane hasn't been like, oh my God, this is what we're going to do this year. Like, he's talking with Josh Allen on every move.
Well, of course, but that's like the guys that they wanted to keep around this offseason. I'm not really sure Josh was like throwing free agents on the table.
And to be fair, franchise quarterbacks are the most valuable position in any sport.
You should listen to everything they have to say for you.
I agree. I mean, you also need to know when to be a GM. Speaking of knowing when to be a GM, well, we're going to hop around a little bit in our rundown here on Trainwreck Today. I mean, a day that almost seemed inevitable once Luka Doncic was traded to the Lakers. Nico Harrison fired, Micah.
Yeah. It's kind of the funny thing was seeing the kid in the Luka jersey talking to the owner during the game. Was that the final straw?
Like where the owner was just like, all right, you know what? I just admitted my wrongdoing to this kid. So I can't just wake up and everyone's going to know that without me not firing Nico Harrison.
We all know the golden rule. When you do something embarrassing, it's way more embarrassing to be like, that wasn't embarrassing. No, we did it because of this. Or like, well, yeah. Once you can finally admit it, the embarrassment starts to wash off a little bit.
It's just funny because like he allegedly admitted that it was the wrong move to this kid. And then that was going to come out one way or the other. I'm like seriously wondering if like he was like, you know what? Just admitted it to one. That's going to get out pretty quick. We got to get rid of this guy before the morning comes. I don't know how you feel, Micah. Do you think it actually was the catalyst?
I think that was part of the catalyst, and also just you hear fire Nico chants for a whole game.
I mean, it was going to happen at some point, but yeah, the timing, yeah.
And you're in November hearing it. Like, is it going to stop? Like, they play on Christmas, guys. The Mavs play on Christmas Day. Do you imagine if Nico was in that building on Christmas Day? Like,
did you see Mavs fans partying outside the arena after the news?
I did not.
They were literally popping bottles of champagne to Nico firing.
So ironically, you got the Luka Lakers at 8-3. You got the Mavericks at 3-8. So this is the last question I'll put on for you, Mike, and I'm sure you guys will cover this on Happy Hour Hoops this week. What percentage share is it that the Lakers are playing good with Luka, and what percentage is it that we have a terrible start with Mavericks for this? Or is that almost kind of like an afterthought in all this, and it was just the PR of it all?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would say it's honestly.
If Luka was averaging 20 points a game and the Lakers were 2-7 right now, have to think things would be a little bit better in Mavericksville.
A little bit better, but I think if the Mavs were at least 7-5 right now, or 7-4, 6-5, something like that, this wouldn't be such a bad thing. So I'm gonna put like 70% on the Mavs start because we saw the picture of Anthony Davis looking a little bigger than usual. Cooper Flagg has been up and down as you would expect a rookie to be. He's not exactly just coming in to be a savior. So I think that was the only way that Nico could have saved this year if the Mavs were a contender right away, and they're just not going to be. Even best case scenario, they might make the playoffs, but they're not going to make any noise. They have to wait for Kyrie to come back in January, but who knows what he looks like coming off out an injury. So I think it's the Mavs play as much as anything else, but the twist of the knife and maybe making it a little bit worse is the fact that Luka and the Lakers are just rolling, and they don't even have LeBron back yet. So,
yeah. Speaking of contenders in the West, Micah, it's kind of like the wild, wild West right now, where teams that might have been on the fringe last year getting up and in contender spot. I know we're early in the season, but the Lakers are rolling, the Spurs are rolling, the Thunder are at 10-1. And then the Nuggets look like a championship team again. Who do you think's your biggest threat right now to taking out the reigning champion Oklahoma City Thunder?
Biggest threat is still the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets have built I really love the roster they built around Jokic. I think it's one of the best rosters they built around him, just the most complete rosters. And he is still, regardless of how amazing Luka has been, until further notice, Jokic is the best player in the league, best player on the planet. And in the playoffs, he's such an impossible guy to deal with that I think that team, if they're deep the way that they look right now, Jamal Murray's looked better this year than he has in years past. He looks healthy again. It's still the Nuggets. The Spurs are fun, and we'll see what they look like with Fox coming back. The Lakers are fun. We'll see what they look like with Bron coming back. But they both have, the Spurs have a shooting issue. They don't shoot the ball well. They play great defense. The Lakers shoot the hell out of the ball and play no defense. the Nuggets are the most complete team ready to deal with the Thunder. But the Thunder right now, man, they're 10-1, and they don't even have Jalen Williams playing right now. Like they're without their second best player in 10-1. I don't know if anybody's a threat to them.
Absolutely unbelievable play from the Thunder. And the thing the Thunder can do is they can get it done at home with that home court advantage or on the road. The only other team with 4 home and 4 road wins so far this season, my Detroit Pistons. Are you kidding me, Majka?
Aren't you happy to put this on the run now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your piss?
No, they used to be my Pistons. Now they're my Pistons.
Top of the East.
I can't even bet them anymore. These lines are going to be crazy.
Taking on the Bulls, who have dropped 3 straight since that amazing comeback game.
Yeah,
so,
everyone was like, "Oh, the Bulls are back. The Bulls are back."
That wasn't everyone. That was me. That was me. I'll wear it. That wasn't everyone. I thought the Bulls were back.
They did get Wembeat on Monday night.
Giddy about Giddy.
Well, speaking of the East too, a lot of good teams. Some didn't see coming. Pistons, obviously, amongst those. Your Cavs, Micah, they're up there. They were expected to be.
I thought the Cavs were expected to be good.
That's what I'm saying. I just said they're up there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Now
they're in Miami tonight, coming off a overtime loss in Miami 2 nights ago, in which our very own Maniac was in the building.
And I left early.
And he left early.
Keeping my brand strong.
He's getting that out. I wasn't going to bring it up.
Listen, I wasn't staying for a whole nother Miami sporting event, especially Miami was up 10 after 3 quarters. I was like, I'm good on it. I tuned in the next day, 140 to 138 buzzer beater overtime game. I'm not going to sweat it too much. The thing I am going to sweat.
This was the A. Wiggins alley-oop at the buzzer. Yeah. That was what you missed?
That's what I missed.
Oh, my God, dude. But like that Miami team is really good. We're not going to
focus on the negative, though. What we have to talk about is Jaime Vasquez Jr. Micah, how come you didn't tell me about Triple J, a.k.a. Juan Wick?
Big Jaime Vasquez fan. I mean, the dude, he's just a baller. Like, I feel like you could put him on any team, any roster, and he's going to contribute like some way, somehow. And he's got a lot of growing to do still, too.
This guy was in the game for 1 minute. He subbed in 1 minute.
This is a Piston?
Yeah, no, Heat.
Oh, okay.
4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists after being in the game for 1 minute. I've never seen a stat line like that.
That's basically like a quadruple double in a minute.
Yeah, he was pacing everything.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren, of course. I know the Happy Hour Who's boys have been talking a lot of Jalen Duren.
A lot of Jalen Duren. Yeah, we were having a discussion whether he is in the top 5 of centers in the league.
Oh my God!
Jalen Duren has been amazing for the Pistons, and it's been a huge reason that they've had their start. And obviously, Cade Cunningham has been just incredible. 45 shots the other night. Crazy.
The shot volume was a little worrisome.
Could you imagine being out of his teammate? Like that's
that was nuts. 14 for 45 and still.
And they're a good team.
Still dropping 46
and good.
Still dropping 46 points, let alone a triple double on that kind of field goal shooting percentage is absolutely insane.
Now, before we move on from the NBA, we got these jerseys being worn tonight. How do we feel about these?
Ew.
Not good.
As
that's disgusting.
They got Buffalo on the court too.
They have Buffalo on the court. They got the Braves. For me, the map drawing where it's like we're going from here to here. That's kind of disrespectful, man.
They do. I mean, like, you didn't have to do all that for sure.
Brave beginning. There's nothing more like cowardly than going from Buffalo to LA.
Yeah. It's so like I wanted to talk about this because like a lot of people are like, oh, this is so cool. This is a great homage, but like I don't know, it's kind of like if you know the when you see like the Avalanche wear like the Quebec Nordiques jerseys, I just think bullshit. People in Quebec are like,
or like
when
the Canes wear the Whalers jerseys, people must be pissed.
Yeah, if you're the team that they left, it's like, what are you paying tribute to? Play a game in my city, you know? So
like mention basketball in Seattle and see how that goes.
Yeah, that would be cool if they did like, I mean, it would never happen, but if they did like a Buffalo-Toronto thing, like you already have 2 teams in LA, like why not give us 5 basketball games a year? If you really want to bring back this Buffalo Heritage partnership,
they did
play a couple of the key
did that to the Bills, made us play in Toronto.
Yeah, like
I know, that's why I compared it to that, yeah.
I don't know, I don't even know. You know that Janet Snyder's dad was the one that sold the team?
Yeah, his granddaughter, not Janet Snyder's daughter, her sister's daughter, was like my first like school girlfriend kind of.
Wow. So you sold the Braves.
I've met the guy that did.
No, you sold the Braves.
No, I wasn't alive.
You got rid of the Buffalo sports
They
team.
also owned Six Flags Darien Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get rid of that? Why didn't they trade that to LA?
If I had any input, guys, I mean, the Braves might still be here. I didn't get around to it.
Someone say you didn't get enough input, and I wouldn't want to point at reasons why that was.
I didn't get around in time.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if we can bring another sports team back to Buffalo. Speaking of guilty conscious, gambling. Well, what's the latest in the NBA gambling scandal, Micah?
I think we're at a pretty. I think it's pretty
pause. Is it only partially under the rug?
Yeah. Oh, they're sweeping as we speak.
They're sweeping hard.
Sweeping as we speak. Yeah, just going off. I know we got all the arraignments and everything else going there. Right now, we're looking at the. I mean, we had a big college basketball one pop up the other day too. I feel like we're gonna get like a steady stream of these as the year goes on, where there's just gonna be one or two more guys implicated as it goes.
I think what happened here, Don, and I can see it in your eyes. The NBA was looking at a massive scandal. They're just like, you know what? We're not going to be able to solve this scandal. So they went the Michael Scott route when he had a rumor get out. Yeah. And so the NBA is just pointing out every other scandal that's going on. They're probably in direct messaging with the FBI, like, check this one out, check this one out.
Do you think Adam Silver was the guy that laid all that suspicious money on that UFC underdog?
Oh my gosh, Silver was probably better. Or Silver probably had Terry Rozier go place the bets. Like, you start a scandal, you solve them.
Terry's my fall guy.
All I'm saying is just like when Michael Scott started the rumors, that just because he didn't want them to know Jim and Pam were pregnant, that was what the NBA did. Well, Micah, thoughts?
I don't think we can. I don't think we could say that Adam Silver is innocent of trying anything at this point. There's no way Adam Silver. He had a full investigation of Terry Rozier. Like, come on. Silver is trying to save face in so many different ways with the fans at this point, and so I think he's capable of anything.
Yeah, I mean, it has been wild because we had the NBA story break, and then literally the next week UFC breaks. Then the next week, we have the mid-major where there's 100 games in mid-major basketball, which I said in the chat. I'll set a game. Any person that has gambled on a mid-major team is not even remotely surprised. Probably has 2 games they can think of where they're like, dude, I was either on the right or wrong side where I saw a ref march a guy to the line to cover the spread. 4 people in the stands in a high school stadium, pretty much mid-major team playing. And then right after that, we have the MLB because now they're in court. And literally in a court document, it has text messages where they're sending each other sad face gifts,
dog faces,
sad puppy dog faces.
You're a Cleveland culture guy. What's the latest with Class A?
Oh, yeah,
and Ortiz. Two pictures from them.
Yeah, 2 of them, and so imagine those conversations in the bullpen. What's going on there? What are they talking about? They got phones in there.
The text message from Class A when that guy swung at the one he bounced was so funny. Legitimately, mad at him. The odds, I cannot stress enough, the odds of an MLB player swinging at an 0-0 pitch that you throw short of home plate has to be less than 2%.
Yeah.
And that guy just swung at a ball that was completely unhittable. And you could see Class A for half a second kind of just what the fuck?
Yeah, and there's another one too with Ortiz where he throws it outside and the guy swings and he visibly goes, fuck.
Yeah, you can see it.
That. But I did do the research. They still came out, the guys working with them, up $400,000.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So MLB is basically lobbying DraftKings, and they've already implemented it where there's a $200 cap on single pitch markets now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's
these teams working with DraftKings. Remember when the Jaguars guy bet with DraftKings? He bet $40 million out of the Jaguars account, and they got $12 million back.
Yeah.
These, if you get in a bad betting situation, you just need to be involved with one of these teams, and you're fine.
The MLB pitching one is just so crazy to me because those examples are it's 9th inning, sometimes mid-game, and you already have a 1-3 count when that guy's swinging, and it's
0-0.
The one where he swung at the one that was short of the plate?
We went over.
Yeah,
it was 1 for 3 on the day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, no, it's 1-3 count means he's already been struck out, brother.
Strike 3, you're out.
But it is wild on face value. You think like, oh, like one pitch, that's all. That's so hard to get caught. Let's do that. But then if you realize it, if you're a book and you see $200,000 come in on a single
oh my
pitch,
god, like that's
you're
the
like,
thing.
dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
no, there's no way.
Kind of crazy the gambling scandals haven't made their way to the NHL with a guy named Bettman
as the commissioner. It's just like everything else, though, right? They probably could have done like 5,000 on a first pitch and probably would have got away with it.
yeah.
Like you just get too greedy, just like everything.
Gotta go slow. Yeah.
For sure. Or maybe they had a replacement situation going on where they were like threatening to break his leg.
Yeah, it's true.
You never know. Speaking of breaking legs, yesterday Kent State broke a leg. Majka, how did that feel? You got the wheel?
Got the wagon wheel's back where it belongs in Kent, Ohio. It's on the wall in the locker room now. Drew DeShields posted that earlier. It was electric, man. Like especially after the week that we had with the Bills game on Sunday. You're watching your school play football in a rivalry game and just hoping things don't go wrong. They're up 35-17 in the fourth quarter, and Akron comes back to tie it up. Like I was ready to quit football in general, but an electric turnaround. The team that won one game for 2 years to have 4 wins this year, a chance to go to a bowl game with wins in these last 2. I mean, I don't know what the odds are. I think they'll be underdogs in both those games, but I was jumping up and down in my apartment going crazy. Like it's as big of a win as that's happened for me this year and in the last couple of years for Kent State anything. So you always love to beat
a better week now.
Thank goodness.
I this wasn't on the brief, but if we're talking, college ball, Coach Lembo bought a house.
I was going to get to that on the game tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The Lembo talk.
Yeah.
Well, just real quick, we had UB win as 18-point underdogs at DePaul last night. And that game got back to even with 6-7 minutes to go. So UB really held them off. Kudos to the Bulls in that. 3-0. You ready for this? For the first time since 2018, 2019, the final year of the Nate Oates era. And that team is a wagon. Absolute wagon. So we'll see. Speaking of wagons, tonight we got UB football in action. So I cut down a little bit there. Don, is our guy Lembo going to be focused? He's dealing with some security issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny seeing he bought another tweet, bought a house. Such a fake tweet. I'm not even going to bother bringing it up to give this a smoke. I'm flipping the script though. I'm entering the spin zone. I think he's that locked in that he doesn't even care. He's like Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in weeks, in months. So we are all good. And we want to be focused. Big game for them. The MAC is just up for grabs for anybody right now. Absolutely. So if he's not on Twitter trying to get his account back, he's like, I'll worry about it after this game. It's not a big deal. But also, better security, coach. We got to have some better security.
Yeah. So, buying that kind of house and car in the same week, guy's a big spender, it seems. So hopefully he's not spending too much and can still afford to get a win tonight.
No, it's wins only for Lembo. He won big financially on crypto. He got a house. He got a car. Well, and now we're about to take down Central Michigan.
We need a big dub on the field tonight.
It's going to drive right through Central Michigan with that new car.
It's how long over-under on minutes to get to Central Michigan in that bad boy.
Very interesting. I do like the under in that game, 44.5. That's my lunchtime lock for today. So it'll be interesting. UB does control their Detroit destiny. As we said, if UB wins out, they will be in Detroit. Easier said than done, though. They still have to face Ohio and Miami of Ohio, who are at the top of the conference, as well as Central Michigan tonight. But they are coming off a bye. UB should look strong tonight. As we wrap it up here on Trainwreck Today, boys. Well, first we got some wrestling talk, but we got some important regional talk. $10,000 reward. Russell Salvatore's Bentley has gone missing.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, to be returned in working condition, quote unquote. So it could be a little banged up.
So this is around here. This isn't South.
This isn't down in Florida. He had his party down in Florida.
Oh my gosh!
It was stolen here in Buffalo. The alert went out this morning.
Oh my!
Everyone was going nuts about it.
Someone took advantage of him flying down south.
I can't believe someone would take advantage of Russell's hospitality.
I can't believe that either, of course.
The disrespect.
Are you suspect number one?
I don't know. How do you steal a Bentley? Like, I understand
That's what I
the
mean.
Kias and the Hyundais, they had the whole USB trick with the Kia boys, but how those are some of the most secure cars ever. Did he lose his keys?
If I had to guess and start figuring it out, like someone had to have an inside like tip on this, right? Like they either had an inside tip on the Bentley was going to be somewhere where it could be easily stolen, or someone who maybe moved the car or like something like that. Got a copy of the key.
Someone paid off a valet guy.
Oh, 100%. I'm saying because if you think about making the getaway with the Bentley too, I'm pretty sure they said it was at the property. Like you can't just peel out of that property. You slowly have to kind of like make your way out.
All right, hold on. Reading this story about this, there's some fishiness to
this. Wait, are you telling me we might have Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, an inside man?
I mean, it's weird. He's offering this reward, but he won't say where it was stolen from. If it was his driveway, parking lot of the restaurant, or where. All he offered was a description: light blue 2017 Bentley convertible, and he shared it on his Facebook page. $10,000 reward.
I know what I'm looking for.
He has
I don't know if I
to
find
contact
that
Lancaster
because he's telling himself, well, if I get it back, I don't want people to know like stuff can easily be stolen from my house. Like, you know what I mean? Like things like that. So I'm a little bit sorry, but yeah, just a tough situation for Russell. I mean, geez, hoping he overcomes that adversity.
I'm guessing maybe he left the car running in a wrong spot.
That sounds like something could have been done.
So one of his guys did for sure, and they didn't like follow protocol probably while he was in Florida.
Can you imagine calling Russell and telling him you left the Bentley running?
I would not want to be that man.
No.
All right, well,
I'm on the lookout. I need this $10,000.
Me too. Let's go.
Should we investigate? Trainwreck investigates.
We're literally starting, and we're going.
Should we hit the pavement
for the Bentley?
All right, Lancaster, here we come.
Bentley or bust. But folks, make sure you are keeping it pedal to the metal with us here on Trainwreck Today. Huge shout out to our guest Jake Majka for hopping in with some NBA scandal, NFL talk as well. We got our co-host myself, Dreamboat Don Slick in the saddle, as well as producer Rachel. We got producer Nick P in the house. Folks, we are on to the second half of the week. So let's go have a great second half of the week. Let's take care of business. Let's finish strong. And the only way to do that is by having a good day now.